Merry Christmas! It's Amber from Amber Noel Stitches. This is Christmas week. I thought I would do my video down here in front of my Christmas tree. There's Shelby joining the video. It's only a couple of days. Are you ready? Have you stitched everything that you need to stitch? I have not. I've got a list. I've got a stack. They're not going to make it. They're not going to get done. But what I have is what I have. I've decided. Let's just jump right in. What have I acquired this week? Well, normally I wouldn't, but we had our Silver Needle Christmas party last week. And I showed you in my last video that I did the little Love Poppet Winter Moon. And that was great. Kim Prater got my ornament. And what was funny is I got hers at the end. But then there were several ornaments that my coworkers stitched that I thought were stunning. So then I had to go buy them the next day and kit them up. Now, am I going to get them done before Christmas? That's not happening because that's in 2 days. But I have them. So first, this is what I bought, which probably a lot of you already have this one. Teresa Kogut Santa Wreath. And my coworker who did it, she did it on 20 count vintage country mocha. This one is, so that's what it's going to be on them. I've got a bigger piece. I just didn't grab it. So over one with one strand, I believe, vintage country mocha. So I bought that. And we are trying to decide between Kim and Mona and I. So Dollar Tree has these adorable little plastic lanterns that we saw somebody finish one in. And of course we've hit all the Dollar Trees and all we found is white. We've not found any brown ones, but that's okay. We can paint it, but we've only found 2. And so we don't know if we're going to rock, paper, scissors, or we're going to, I don't know, Fight Club to see which one of the 3 of us gets the 2. We're not going to Fight Club. But then I was at Hobby Lobby and I found the Joy with the O. But I don't know if I'm going to have to do some measurements to see if the Joy that I bought, the O, would work with this one. So it's going to be continued, but it's all DMC. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, sorry. All DMC. I did not mean to show that. I showed it. So it looks like it wouldn't be that hard to stitch. Like, I just need more time. That's the problem. I just need more time. So this has been added to my collection. I hopefully will be able to get something finished by the end of the year with this one. Shelby's eating my bag. Then the other one that I added that I had to have was Holly Basket Pin Keep by Stitches by Ethel. And Cindy stitched this on a piece of 28 count mint over 1. I love over 128. And it was so pretty. And the model was stitched on a 32 count pistachio by Grace Notes. So it's kind of similar, but Cindy also put a little bit of glitter. I'm a glitter girl. I love putting glitter in things. So I've got my treasure braid ready to go with some silver and maybe some white. So this one, again, should be a quick stitch. You know, it should be. So those are 2 patterns I've added to my collection. Now, of course, I went to Jingle Ball and Mona and I had a blast in the shopping cart haul. And so we have kitted Hands-On Design, Gather Around the Manger. And as you can see, we are going to do it like this. And then Mona is going to help me do an easel. That's the plan, Miss Mona. And so we found some Picture This Plus 32 count dwarf that we have got ready and kitted, and we are ready to go. And this is all in DMC also. So I've seen so many folks on Facebook and Instagram finish this, and it's gorgeous. I've seen it in various different finishings. I love it. So when I finish, I will get mine put up. But again, there's 3 things I need to do with no time at all to do. So what else have I added to my collection? Now, if you've been on social media at all in the last month, I think it's been a month, since Witchelt dropped the bomb that they are not going to be providing perforated paper anymore. If you've heard it, you know all about it. If you don't, Witchelt is the main provider, maybe the only provider. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, the only provider of perforated paper. And there's lots of ideas on why it's not being manufactured anymore. The machine's broke. You make it, you figure it out. I don't know, but I know that in a shop setting, we have not gotten perforated paper in over a year. Maybe it would trickle in here, there, and yonder, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but we have had back orders, even on 14 count white, for over a year. So this system was not working. And I know that folks or designers who do add perforated paper to their kits were having to come up with linen options. If you've noticed, Satsuma Street and Val Stuff and others like that have had to pivot because they could not get their hands on perforated paper in volume or even in little amounts. So what has happened is they have worked very hard, thank you Witchelt, and came up with a different option that is called perforated PVC. Now, I've seen comments. I know we don't like change. We don't like change. When I first heard about this, my first thing was a panic because I was thinking plastic canvas. I'm not dealing with that. But I got my hands on, we got our first shipment of this into the Silver Needle last week. We only have gotten white, but they say all the colors are coming, which is amazing because we haven't had all the colors in years. We haven't. So this is the way it's going to be. There is no more perforated paper coming from Witchelt. The minute that letter went out to all the shops ordered it all, whatever was left on the shelves, it's gone. You as a consumer are not going to find perforated paper unless you do it on Etsy, eBay, I don't know, great aunt's basement. But perforated paper is not going to be coming out as paper any longer. It will be perforated PVC. Now, I have stitched, this is perforated paper, 14 count. This is perforated PVC, 14 count. I stitched them both PVC paper. You can't tell the difference. It was just as easy to stitch with. It was just as wonderful as perforated paper. It has a little bit of a different feel. It doesn't matter because I'm going to pop it in this. It's the same. It's the same density. It's the same exact size. It's got holes just like perforated paper. Guess what? You could drop your Diet Coke on this. Wipe it right off. I'm clumsy. I do it all the time. Perforated paper would ruin it. So I am going to be very, very excited about the perforated PVC because I do a lot of I haven't figured out what I'm going to call it. Perf vinyl. I can't say perforated PVC and perf PVC. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Give me some ideas. So this is the new way. Perforated PVC. I love my paper projects. So I am very, very, very excited about having a new option, and maybe we'll be getting some midnight black, midnight navy. We'll be getting some of the cool spring colors. We haven't had those in forever. Maybe we'll get some of the Jim Shore ones that had the design, that had the colors on them. Oh my gosh, we could actually have perforated products. I'm excited. So don't knock it until you try it. It is the same price as it was before, $8.50. You get 2 sheets. I'm excited. So let's go with it. We can do it. So again, I will show it to you one more time so you can see. This is the perf paper. This is the perf vinyl. Perf PVC, whatever you want to call it. This is the new stuff. It looks just like the other. It feels a little different, but it's not any thicker. It will work just as fine in everything. I haven't cut it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to cut like a dream because it's plastic. So that is the new stuff that I have in my collection. What have I fully finished? Okay, so I got all my Santas done from Santa Delivery. So here is Santa number 1. No, that's Santa number 3. This is the last one that I finished. This deer was finished with gingerbread. Classic Colorworks gingerbread is what I did to do this deer. And then the back legs, which are just a little bit darker, are Classic Colorworks Bramble Bush. So that's what this deer is. The rest of it is the called for. And there's Milo. My cats are just roaming around. So there's Santa number 3. And I've got him finished on the Chantel's beautiful made wood products that I painted black. All right, and then here's Santa number 2. Santa number 2, the deer was stitched with Gentle Art Cider Mill Brown. And the back legs is Weeks Dye Works Chestnut, and everything else is exactly from the pattern. So that is super cool. And then this is Santa number 1. Did I already say that? I don't know. This is 2. This is 1. And this one was done on Swiss chocolate. Weeks Dye Works. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just cut them out. I glued them to the thing. I painted these like I showed you last time. You just take them off, pop them on, bing, bang, boom. You've got Santa's riding on reindeers. I love it. I love it. Just cut them out, glued them with some regular tacky glue. I use clear just in case. Don't know if it matters. Love it. Love it, love it. I love when I can finish things and they're done. Dunzy. Okay, so what else have I fully finished? All right, so I went to Hobby Lobby and I found a frame. Ta-da! And I finished Satsuma Holiday House. It is done in a frame, 11 by 17. And I'm super duper excited. So, yay, it's finished. So, yay. I don't know what to do with it. I only got a couple of days till Christmas, but it's done. It is done. So, I started with the pears upstairs. I interfaced them, and then I got overwhelmed, and so I wasn't in the right mindset. So maybe next week, maybe this weekend, I will be able to maybe possibly finish those. I don't know. But they weren't happening this week. And it may not happen next week. It just may not. It is what it is. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of my Christmas. I've got Christmas finishes over here. It's It's a little lumpy. I need to fix it. But this is With Thy Needle, Peppermint and Pine. I've only finished the cardinal. I need to do the other two. But I did this on 40 count and put it in a Mill Hill frame. And I've got several cardinals over on a shelf, and I keep this out all year. I don't put it up. But it is the cardinal on a peppermint stick. So if you look closely, I guess it is, or it's holding a peppermint stick. I guess it is Christmassy, but I love it. With Thy Needle, Peppermint and Pine. This is Mill Hill. This is, again, in a Mill Hill frame. This is Enjoy Nature. It is a sticks pattern that Mill Hill has a whole line of what they call the sticks. I'm not quite sure why they call them sticks. If you know, pop it in the comment. But I love cardinals. So I loved this one on brown fabric, which I believe it came with, because Mill Hill comes with the whole shebang. And I just popped it in here, and this one also stays out all year long. Don't care that it looks like winter. I love it. So it makes me happy. This is a Jim Shore Mill Hill, also done on fabric, not the typical perforated paper, which will now be PVC. This is on, I believe it is 18 count blue Aida. And I love this one. There's a snowman and a Santa that match. Have I stitched them? No. I got the Christmas tree done and was like, woo, there's so much of this one. But I put it in a Mill Hill frame, and this one always comes out at Christmas time, and I love it. Love it, love it. Got one more Mill Hill. This one has been very difficult, I don't know why, to get from Mill Hill. We've got lots of folks in the back order book on this one. I got this years ago. It is Believe, and I love this Santa. I did it on linen. I did this in 2019. Popped it in a blue Mill Hill frame, and I adore him. I just love the colors. I love the way that the blue in the back, I just love it. Love it, love it. So hopefully Mill Hill will be able to get this back in the rotation. This was one that was part of the Primrose Cottage Christmas Sip and Stitch from last year. Home for the Holidays. It is now came out. It is now available to anyone. I had to stitch it because I just thought it was adorable. Love the houses and the big old chunky snowman who's as big as a house. He's eaten everything like I have for the holidays. I just haven't stopped. Thanks Halloween, and then push. I don't know. I may not even stop till Valentine's Day. But this is Home for the Holidays from Primrose Cottage. I love that one. If you went to Jingle Ball last year, Kathy did a little pincushion, one of the little square ones. It was Jingle Bells, and it has little elves all the way around it. And I finished it. It's wonky. I am not a finisher. I know I'm not, because as you can tell, I had to kind of get it a little, and then I've got my wool on top, and I did all my stitching around it, and I've got a little pin in there, and I've got 2023 on the bottom. So this was actually 2 years ago, my bad. But this is Hands On Design Jingle Bells, and I love it. I love it. It just makes me happy. I know I probably should have put something flatter on the bottom. I should have did better when I did it around, but I don't care. It's the way it is, and it's me. It's just awesome. This one I stitched. This is Stitching with the Housewives. Oh, my husband had a big old piece of white 1x8. I don't know. So this is Into All a Good Night. on the black fabric. Just so happened that we had this piece in the garage, and I grabbed it, painted it white, and finished it, and I love it. I love the houses. I love Santa. It is a heavy piece, so I have to normally put it on the ground. There's no way this booger is going on a wall, and if I put it on a shelf, it probably would fall. And I don't know, kill a cat, break my foot, all the things. Okay, so I am going to knock my drink over. Holy cow, I'm a mess. Okay. Of course I put these all out of my reach. This was Friend Stitch from several years ago. Of course, my middle name's Noelle, so I had to stitch it. I don't think anything Friend Stitch has been released, so I don't think you can get this one. But if you have a friend that did Friend Stitch, maybe you can grab it. But I love this one, and I did the little palms around it. This one, if you saw my videos, this was from Friend Stitch this year. My little snowflake with my palms. I've got that one done. These were Hands-On Design. I don't know the name of them. Peace, Noel, and Joy. Christmas 3, I think, maybe. I think I need cord around it. I think it needs some red and white cord around it, but I think I got these little wooden ornament things at Hobby Lobby. Then this one, where did I get this? This is Hands-On Design Christmas Tide Sampler. Where did I get this? I don't remember, but I don't think it's been released yet. There's an ornament that goes with it that I finished, but I haven't finished, if that makes sense. But this came with the board, and I adore it. Whenever this comes out, y'all grab the pattern, because it's just gorgeous, because it's Kathy Haberman. Of course it is. Now this one, late 80s, probably in a Leisure Art magazine or a Just Cross Stitch magazine, maybe. I don't even know what count that is. Look at all that back stitch. I popped it in a hoop, and I did lace, because this was what I knew back then. And I did a little ruffle. I never even put a hoop butt on the back. I just did a basting stitch and glued this booger on there. And this was probably one of the first things I stitched that was Christmas. Probably 88, 89, 90, maybe. Somewhere in there. It embarrassed me for a while. I will be honest, it embarrassed me for a while. But now I decided I just don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm in the I don't care club. And I adore this, because it was from, I was, whatever, 16 years old. Hello. Of course it's gonna look wonky. I didn't have anybody around me who knew how to stitch. So I was self-taught, without the internet and without floss tube and without anything other than the back of Just Cross Stitch magazine. That is all I knew, how to teach myself how to do anything. I don't have a clue how I come up with this idea. I know I had a friend that did a couple of things like this that I was in Germany with in 1991. So Kathy may have taught me how to do this. So that may have been when I did that. So there is that. I have lots of ornaments on the tree. I'm not going to get all of them down. I don't want to bore you guys for 2 hours. But there's some Prairie Schoolers. There's Mill Hills. I've got sleds. I've got Classic Christmas right there, which is Hands-On Design. I have this one. Let's see if I can grab this one. Tiny Modernist, something cardinal. I think it's cardinal something, but it's Tiny Modernist, and I popped it in just a little 3-inch hoop. I just thought this one was the most precious thing I had seen. Tiny Modernist. This is, of course, Prairie Schooler's Snowman 2023. And then I have Snowman 2024 on there. 2025 is not really an ornament. It's big. So I don't know yet if I'm going to pop a snowman out of that. I liked having the ornament size, and even this one was kind of a larger ornament, but I liked having the ornament size. This is a Mill Hill that is almost all beads. This is the cardinal ornament, and it is all beads. It's all beads. I just love this one. So I know and there's 4 or 6 in the series, but again, I like cardinals, so I grabbed this one. But I would definitely, yeah, if I had nothing else to do, grab one of those. And he just went flying. And there we go. So that's what I got. Oh no, I've got one more thing. Hang tight. Hang tight, I'm coming, I'm sorry. I need to grab all my stuff before I sit down. Okay. Better Homes and Gardens stockings. I did these forever ago. So of course it started, my husband and I got married in 1990. So here's my husband's, Rusty. This is his tool box, tool shed, tool workshop. I believe these each would take me 3 or 4 months of, this is just all I did. I was very ambitious and actually stitched on the back, stitched by Amber Helms, Christmas 1995. So that would have been right before Craig was born. So I finished this 5 years after we got married. I had a friend, Linda, who had the patterns, and she stitched them for her and her husband and her 2 kids. And I just thought they were amazing and had gotten a hold of the patterns. So this is tool workshop. So this is mine. I also finished this in 1995. I did the kitchen. If I'd have known there was a stitching sewing room one, I would have stitched that one. But at the time I didn't know. Maybe it wasn't published then. But this one's mine. I'm not really much of a cook, but this was the most female, I guess, one that I did. I love every piece of it. I love every inch of it. I have told my husband and my family that if there is a fire in the house, I don't care what you grab, but I'm going to grab these 5 stockings. And if you want to find my body, I'm going to be clutching these babies. Okay. Then my son was born in 1996. Now I have pictures of him. He did not get this until he was 5. This is Craig. This is done. This was the boys' room. This is done with the colors that were part of the pattern, the red, which looks kind of pink. I know this took me, he was 5 before he got the stocking. Finished it with blue fabric. I did not put that on there. It's already made into a stocking, so I would have to just put a Post-it note on the back. Then in 1998, I got a Joshua, and he got the same stocking, but his is with a green, with green. So it's the exact same thing. I just changed the shelf in the bed and the checker thing and the thing on the wall. And he didn't get his till he was 5, which was 2 years after this one got his. So there we go. Then in 2017, I got a Reagan when Craig and Reagan got married. And I, at that point, was able to sit down with all the patterns I'd collected over the years and said, Reagan, pick out which one you want. And this was the one she wanted. So Reagan now has her stocking. It is the music room. And these are one of my prized possessions. I adore all of them, and I have them hanging up. I will put them up before Thanksgiving, and I will have them hanging upstairs all year long because I love them, and I'm not putting them in a box and hiding them. I'm just not doing it. They should be shown, and I should get to enjoy them. So I hope you're having a fabulous week. I am going to end you quick so that way you can get back to what you're doing. My cats are just going to walk around. I don't know what they're doing. I have something to read from Maya Angelou. Love Maya. And so I hope this resonates and maybe helps you a little bit this time of year. So Maya says, I have learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I have learned that I still have a lot to learn. Amen. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So this holiday season, I hope that you are getting some warm hugs and pats on the backs, and I hope that you can get some time to stitch and maybe get some rest and relaxation. And we still have another week of the year, and then we're going to be in 2026. So I appreciate you and thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Merry Christmas.